I woke up this morning and I looked at my phone just to make sure the Commanders got BTA on primetime TV by Sam Darnold. I had to check that to make sure, but woke up, didn't even get to it. I see Schefter, I see Jaelan Phillips, I see Philadelphia Eagles, I see third round pick. Bro, Howie Roseman just won the Eagles the bye week, and they didn't even have to play a single snap. Jaelan Phillips. Now this is a guy. Last time he was healthy, I think recorded double digit sacks. Um, it was him with Miami's defense. It was him. It was Bradley Chubb, Emmanuel Agba. Those guys. Now comes to Philly. I don't know, for a third round pick. Now, honestly, I don't know who we were gonna give Miami. Their season is over. Give like this trade shows Miami their season's over. They're not going anywhere quick. Now you get Jaelan Phillips, add him to Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, that Josh Uche rotation. Other guys, Aziz Ojulari. It's not looking good for you, brother. It's not looking good for you. But the Eagles right now, we're looking at Jaelan Phillips, um, obviously Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, Jahad Campbell, um, in set plays, Josh Uche, and of course, one and only friend of the show, Brandon Graham. Um, this is a sign the Eagles are going to run the table. When you trade for someone of Jaelan Phillips' caliber, what he can do, an all pro type player when he's at his best, when he's healthy. Unfortunately, he's had those two ACLs. When you trade for a player of that caliber, this is a sign you're running it back. When you trade for guys like Michael Carter, Jair Alexander, I guess, this is a sign that we're investing, we're going all the way. And for people that say, how much help does Hurts need? I would like to remind people once again that one, Hurts has already gone and won with less around him. And two, I can't think of any quarterback that hasn't won with greatness around him. If you guys can find a quarterback, all the trolls, if you guys can find a quarterback besides Patrick Mahomes that has won with not as much around him, you let me know. I'll wait. But while you're trying to find that imaginary player, we'll get back. We'll get back to this, the real world, where teams do their best to stack great talent around their players. We see teams that never win. We see the Dolphins. You know what? The Dolphins did have talent, but guys didn't want to work. They can't play under 40 degrees. But teams like Cleveland, the Raiders, teams that are consistent bottom feeders. You real like the GMs, the organization, they don't put great players around the QB or whoever it might be, or if they have a star player, they don't put enough good talent around the star player. We see right now Ashton Genty looks like a complete shell of himself, but casuals will say like it's him when people who watch the game actually know that his O line is tackling him. His own O line is tackling him behind the line of scrimmage. It's really embarrassing. But back to this. Jalen Hurts. Uh, I'm really enthused, especially after we saw Green Bay, Jordan Love, Mr. Roller Coaster. Um, have another one of those games. This is what he does. Um, yeah, we're gonna do a bit of a you know preview later in the week, but just real quick, Jordan Love, we're not because I remember 2020 when Baker Mayfield had an 11 game stretch, and after that he was mediocre. He wasn't doing much of anything. Yet there was Skip Bayless on one side who held on to that 11 game stretch, and Shannon Sharp who was like arguing like he only had an 11 game stretch. What are we doing? Yeah, for some reason, and Shannon Sharp low key falling victim to this a bit as well. Um, Based on like what he's saying, like the Jordan Love, bro, he had around an 11 game stretch where he was, he was balling, throwing the lights out, like 2, 3 TDs a game. But if you look at the majority sample size of Jordan Love, he's a roller coaster. He's inconsistent. Um, and people need to, just start admitting like he's not that caliber. He's not top 5 in the NFC. Like people, we gotta just pump the brakes. You can't lose to Carolina's defense because Bryce Young. Once again, Bryce Young. Um, Fans over here, you can't lose to that defense. 13 point, like come on, bro. But hey, Jaelan Phillips, Michael Carter, two most impact players. Once again, I don't think that Jair is gonna have that big of an impact. Simply because he can't stay on the field. So in the long run, I do think Michael Carter is going to have a better impact than one Jair Alexander. But you get Jaelan Phillips, healthy Jaelan Phillips, get him suited up, ready to go, Green Bay this week. Hopefully now that he's in an Eagles jersey, he can play under 40 degrees because we know it's going to be cold. Um, this defense right now, which has already been getting better every week, can be a top 3 unit. Excuse me, top 3 unit. This current Eagles defense can be a top 3 unit by the end of the season. We see them getting better. Vic Fangio has them getting better every single week. Andrew Makuba, he's getting better every single week. Quim Yamano Bay, Coop, best duo in the league. Up front, Jalen Carter, he's going to be healthy. Jahad Campbell flying around. Bond, N'Kobe in the middle. Obviously, Blankenship back there as well. You got Jordan Davis. He's having a heck of a year. Moro Jomo had that clutch sack on Baker in that Bucks game. But this Eagles defense, you add Michael Carter, you add Jaelan Phillips. This is a sign the Eagles are going to run the table. Like when you win the bye week, and you don't have to do anything. Like hopefully, I mean, Kyler most likely out tonight, but Kyler he owns the Cowboys, so that kind of sucks. But Giants lost, but Manders lost. That's actually we're segue. So last night, obviously, I know we saw it, so I believe just I don't want to misconstrue, but once again, Terry, because it was either he was out or he was getting locked up by Tariq Woolen. But Terry, once again, you skipped training camp. He's out again of this week's game. Um, Debo, Commanders fans said Debo was the one that was going to give him that splash, that spark. 5 catches, 41 yards. Um, Jayden Daniels. Now, before we go in on Jayden Daniels, just obviously prayers. That was Dan Quinn. That's on you. Why is the QB in the game? I think it was like early fourth quarter, like down 38-7. Why is he in the game? Like what are we doing? That's if I was an Eagles fan and somehow we were down by that much, and Hurts was still in the game, he got like concussion or ankle or something. Like I'd be like, dude, like Sirianni, really? Like this is what we're doing? Um, I know Commanders fans are hot. Hey, he shouldn't have been in that game. But nevertheless, before he went out, when it was 38-7, Jayden Daniels was 16 of 22 for 153 yards, a pick, 4 sacks taken, 56 QBR. Um, so 16 of 22, pretty efficient, 153 yards. A lot of dinking and dunking. For a guy they said was gonna be the best QB in the NFC. A lot of dinking and dunking for my boy. But Sam Darnold put foots in him. He was efficient. 21, 24, 330, 4 tuds. He had the one cardinal sin quarterback you can't throw across your body. Shout out Sam Still with the pick. That's my man. But in Seattle, the I think that's gonna get Seattle beat, especially as we get into playoffs. They can't run the football. Walker at 11 for 42. Charbonnet 8 for 25. They can't run the football. And I think if they played a team like Philly and you know Smith and first off, Jackson Smith Najigba this season has been playing like a top 5 receiver. He's certified. This is a once again a person who goes to the University of Michigan saying that Jackson Smith Najigba is certified and is a top 5 receiver in the NFL. Um, I mean, hey, first half, 7 catches, 119 yards. He didn't get a tud. But hey, JSN is that dude. Uh, people got to say it. Um, obviously, I forgot what streak he's at right now, but like consecutive 100-yard games. But this is looking like when AJ Brown 2023 had that stretch when he had 6 consecutive. He broke Megatron's record, 6 consecutive 100-yard 100-yard games. Um, and and also example of that why I still have why but if you watch, why you should still have AJ Brown in your top 5. Once again, we're talking about the strongest hands in the NFL, the best wide receiver in the NFL on man, mano coverage. That and once again, that's not me, Eagles bias. That's what the numbers say. That's what the stats say. I don't make those up. Um, AJ Brown, best man receiver in football, strongest hands in football. Um, so you want to have Jettas, you want to have Chase. Um, After that, we got AJ. I got AJ right there. I still got AJ right there. Um, Dang. Um, we know Eagles. Pat offense has been not consistent. Uh, Play calling is a big reason for that. But we see when they throw the ball, AJ every single time. Or it's the Rams, it's the Vikings. Like, hey, and people were trying to hate, like, well, Jalen Hurts only succeeds in this. Well, like, wouldn't you want him to? Like, I'm sorry that Brian Flores plays man or zone blitzes and leaves his guy one on one in the zone. Like, I'm sorry, like, you want Jalen Hurts to be like, hey, Flores, just play cover 3. Like, don't play man. Hey, Sean McVay, Jesse Minter, don't play any man coverage. Just go cover 3, cover 4 the entire game because we want to be chatting. Like, no, like he just does what the defense gives him, and he excels. Like, I'm sorry if haters like literally want Jalen to go to the other side of the field, and that's the DC to make it harder. Like, you sound dumb, but anyway, This game, JSN, all that goes to say, JSN is that dude. Um, but Seattle, they can't run the football. When you become one dimensional, that makes teams easier. And also, I don't care. And hey, Jason's that dude against Quinyon Mitchell. You know, now this once again Quinyon Mitchell that has locked up the likes of Mike Evans, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. You know, my league neighbors, Scary Terry, the Puka Nakua. The list goes on and on. Devontae Adams. So a lot is left to be desired when it comes to JSN versus Quinyon, which I'd be really excited to see in the playoffs. But they put foots in him. Commanders got that garbage score TD, but it was never really close at all. 28-0. Started the second quarter. Like, hey, Commanders fans that told me all offseason, Jaden's better than Hurts. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We got Debo. We got Laramie Tunsil. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do so much. Marshawn Lattimore. He's gonna be healthy. Now all I'm hearing is, oh well, we knew we were gonna win. Bro, what are you talking about? It's high draft pick. Vines, I see you. Esco, I see you. Every Commanders fan, I see you. All I heard was we're gonna do this. Debo, big impact. Scary Terry. First off, your best offensive player outside of Jayden Daniels, obviously, skips training camp. He's not healthy for a majority of the season. I'm looking at the fact that Jayden Daniels took the league by surprise. No one thought last year they were going to do what they did. Obviously, after that Bengals game, people were like, oh, shoot, Washington, they got a QB. But, you know, now they got film on you. And we've seen the season, with the exception of a couple games, he's looked relatively pedestrian. Obviously, choked the Bears game away. Last night wasn't even close against Sam Darnold. Now, Sam Darnold, he's been balling, but once again, a lot to be desired in the playoffs. But hey, Jayden Daniels. Once again, that was you hate to see injuries like that, especially when the man shouldn't have even been in the game. If I was a Commanders fan, I probably would have crashed out, pulled a janky Rondo, or something, bro. Shout out to bro, but this was not even it's not even a game. They put foots in him, but hey, all I know is that one team, as that I said, the Commanders lose tomorrow night. Sorry, last night. One team from the NFC East is going to the playoffs. One team from the NFC East is going to be the first repeat NFC East champion since 2004 when the Eagles did it. That's like 21 years ago now. The Philadelphia Eagles won the bye week. Didn't even have to take a single snap. They get Jaelan Phillips, Jair Alexander, Michael Carter, Nolan Smith coming back, Brandon Graham. Hopefully going to get some snaps this week. Jacorian Bennett as well for that corner spot. I think we're going to see a good rotation of Jacorian, Jair, and Michael Carter. I don't know that Michael Carter is more of a slot guy, so we'll see how it works. What Vic what Vic likes to do, but hey, all I know, and people are like, once again, people for all the how much help this Hurts need and this. I could go to any Hall of Fame, any of your favorite quarterbacks, and point at all the players that they've had, and Some of them, the greats have gotten it done, and some of the current your favorite QBs, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, they haven't gotten it done, and they folded. But it matters most. Once again, that's not me just saying stuff. That's objective. The facts, the stats. Um, just keeping it real, just keeping it a buck. You know. But hey, that's what we do here. It's your boy, Fully Talk with PA. We always keep it a stack, always keep it a buck. Eagles gonna run the tables. Jaelan Phillips. Once again, made my morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm out, y'all.